Hello and good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us here today as we celebrate this really exciting milestone for Milwaukee, and not even just Milwaukee, but specifically the Harbor District. So just over 1 year ago, we gathered right here to break ground on what would become the largest single expansion of the Milwaukee Riverwalk system. And today we're really proud to celebrate the opening of the Harbor View Riverwalk. Super exciting day. This is a project that is already creating new opportunities for residents, new opportunities for employees and visitors to connect with the beautiful waterfront that all of us get to enjoy here in Milwaukee. Now, this new stretch along the Kinnickinnick River represents a commitment to investing in our neighborhoods, expanding public access to our waterways, and creating spaces that improve quality of life while supporting future economic growth right here in our city. And projects like this, I talk about partnership all the time, but projects just like this one, they don't happen without that. We need strong partnerships and a shared vision. So the city of Milwaukee, we leveraged tax incremental financing to move this project forward, and we're especially grateful to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, our partners at the state and Governor Evers' administration, for awarding the city with a $14.7 million Transportation Alternatives Program grant that made this transformational investment possible. Please give a round of applause to Governor Evers and the Wisconsin Department of Transportation. I'd also like to recognize some of our partners, some of which you'll hear from in a moment, that helped to make this really, really incredible project come to fruition as well. We're standing in the 12th Aldermanic District, and Common Council President Jose Perez was a huge partner. The Department of City Development, and want to say a huge shout out to our Economic Development Specialist, Alyssa Remington, who worked extremely hard on this. Thank you, Alyssa. We're in the shadow of Komatsu. I want to thank John and the entire staff and team at Komatsu for all their support of the Riverwalk. The Harbor District has been really, really a phenomenal, incredible partner in making this happen. They've had just unwavering commitment in creating the best possible amenity for this neighborhood. The Smith Group for designing a Riverwalk that reflects both the character of this neighborhood as well as the designs that were supported by folks in this community. Lalonde Contractors for delivering this outstanding project. Benish for serving as construction administrator and helping to guide this work to completion. Also from the governor's administration, the WEDC, Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, and the Fund for Lake Michigan, neighborhood residents, city staff, elected officials. Now, so while today is a celebration of phase one, it's also a reminder that the work here continues. And this Riverwalk is part of a larger vision to reconnect Milwaukee with its waterways and create lasting public spaces, not just for now, but really for generations and generations to come. So I want to thank everybody again for their incredible dedication to making this happen. Congratulations, everybody. And with that, again, we are in the 12th Aldermanic District, and so I'm happy to bring up to the mic right now Common Council President and 12th District Alderman Jose Perez. Mr. President.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for acknowledging that robust list of everyone to thank that have made this possible. I will tell you that anyone from Milwaukee will tell you that the waters of our rivers and lake are more than features of our landscape. They are our neighbors. They're part of our economy, our recreation, and most importantly, our culture. From the native people who gathered here to do rice here, and from the brewers who were drawn here by the abundant supply of fresh water, from tall ships and cruise ships that now make our harbor port one of call to families and many businesses, and for everyone who simply wants to come down here and cool off at the beach on a hot summer day. Those waters have always been central to the city of Milwaukee. They are vital, they are special, and at times it's been too easy to take them for granted and not to be cared for with vigor. Just as important as environmental stewardship is the idea of public stewardship. Early on, leaders of the city recognized how precious these waters are, and unlike many other communities across the country, Milwaukee put safeguards in place to protect them from complete privatization. This is a tradition I'm proud to say that my colleagues and I and the administration have worked to uphold. The Riverwalk is an important part of our legacy. It was not built overnight and has taken generations of visions, persistence, and creativity. Some recognize its value immediately, others have needed to be persuaded. But today we celebrate how far we've come, while also making it clear that this next leg will not truly be complete until it crosses the railroad tracks. The railroads, like the river itself, are held in public trust. In the spirit of this celebration, I call on the railroad to honor that trust and help us finish what this community has worked so long to build. Thank you. And like I said, today is all, above all, celebration. So many thanks and congratulations, especially to the Harbor District and to its leadership, who's worked hard on this river work with our community, and especially to those who made this day possible. This is what it means to invest in our future and pay it forward. Gracias. And with that, thank you. And with that, I'd like to ask Sam Lakeling, our Deputy Commissioner of DCD, to come forward.
Thank you, President.
Thank you.
Wow. Again, Sam Lakeling. I serve as the Deputy Commissioner of Department of City Development, speaking on behalf of our Commissioner today, Lafayette Crump. And I guess I just want to look around and say, you know, we all know that doing big, impactful projects are hard. And I know a lot of people who've worked on this project have described it as one of the hardest and most complex types of public-private partnerships our department has ever been involved in. But today, when you look around, you say, wow, this is why we do hard things. We do hard things to achieve the types of goals that the President and the Mayor just talked about. And when it works, it works. And the only reason it works is when you have leadership, and we just heard from our Mayor and our Council President who've been steadfast leaders in getting us to this point. But it also only works when the process works. And for the last 12 years, we've been working with our colleagues at Harbor District to set a vision. And it all starts with the vision. That's where our department comes in both working with community members and partners to develop a vision and execute it. And we've heard for the last 12 years that the redevelopment of the Harbor District is only a success if it models how environmental remediation, economic development, and public access can all come together. That was the vision that was set out through the Harbor District Water and Land Use Plan that wouldn't have happened without the leadership and partnership of the Harbor District and our Department of City Development. And then also getting buy-in. We got buy-in from key economic development and regional anchors like Komatsu. We wouldn't be standing here today unless they also invested in that vision and brought employees down here and generated the economic development that allows this project to happen. And that is how planning flows into execution. And anyone who's worked on hard projects like that knows it only also works if you have strong partners who do not stop and do not stop till the job is done. The Mayor, the Council President thanked a lot of those. I won't reiterate all of them except to say just all those partners who worked on the design, the development. The Mayor hit on a lot of them, but I also want to thank our colleagues in the Department of Public Works. Things like this don't happen without civil servants behind the scenes bringing them forward. And at our department, obviously Alyssa Remington has been our long-term quarterback champion, coordinator of all things Riverwalk, deserves incredible thanks, but there's also been so many others in real estate, planning, economic development, the Redevelopment Authority. It takes that type of long-term commitment, and I guess I also want to echo something that the President said. We're not done. We know we're not done. We've proven that we can do complex things, but this is not the end. We look forward to continuing to work with the same partners to bring both Phase 2 to fruition and also all the other key projects that the Water and Land Use Plan called for. We're going to continue to bring public space and access to the near South Side residents to continue to access their treasured waterways that the President and Mayor talked about. And we're also going to continue to bring this type of investment and economic development that Komatsu brought to the neighborhood. That's the work we're going to continue to do. We couldn't do it without all of you, and we're so happy we're here today to celebrate with you, and we look forward to what's to come. So thank you all so much, and I will now pass it to a man who needs no introduction, our Fire Chief, Chief Aaron Lipsky.
Hello, I'm Aaron Lipsky. I'm the fire chief. We have a very special relationship with water. Water brings us life. It supports Milwaukee's growth and power. Water is used by the fire department to save lives. And sometimes we have to save lives from water. And I am just so grateful to the leadership of the city of Milwaukee, the mayor, the common council president, DCD, this entire project for having the foresight and the commitment to life safety to include the Milwaukee Fire Department early in the planning. If you look to your left and your right, you can take a peek later. We've installed water-safe MKE life rings. These are funded by this project in partnership with Komatsu, and this will be expanding as this project grows. I cannot emphasize how important bystander rescue is when people fall into the water. And as we expand and we grow along these waterways, we must always be advancing the concept of safety and the capability of self-rescue or bystander rescue in a safe manner. You can see behind us we've got Milwaukee's fireboat. Fireboat Trident's going to help us celebrate this ribbon cutting. We are in full support of anything that adds to a positive reflection on the city of Milwaukee. My grandfather used to bring me down and around here to show me around when I was this tall, and this was all desolate and overgrown. This was a wasteland. And you just look around now, it's bustling. There's noise in the air, there's things happening. That is what happens when you have strong leaders in the city of Milwaukee. And so we're just so darn happy to be here, and we're happy that we have that layer of safety. My distinct pleasure to turn it over to Komatsu Mining Chief Operating Officer, John Cates.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks. It's really a pleasure to join Mayor Johnson, Council President Perez, Deputy Commissioner Leichling, Chief Lipsky, and Tia Torhorst, and so many partners and neighbors that came out this morning on a really hot day to celebrate this milestone for Milwaukee's Harbor District. You know, standing here today, as Chief Lipsky just mentioned, it's hard not to think about what this place was not so long ago. But more importantly, to see what it is now, what it'll be a year from now, or 10 years from now, as we look around and see families out for a walk, kids riding their bikes, neighbors gathering here by the water, enjoying this, visitors discovering a part of Milwaukee that they probably didn't even know about before this. And that's what today's really about. It's not just opening a river walk. This is about opening access, right? This is connecting people to Milwaukee's waterfront and creating a place that belongs to everyone. On behalf of Komatsu, thank you to the City of Milwaukee, to We Energies, Harbor District, and everyone whose vision and persistence made this possible. The project really is proof of what can happen when public, private, and nonprofit partners all work together towards a shared goal. When Komatsu chose to build our South Harbor campus here, we were making more than an investment in a new headquarters and factory. We were making an investment in Milwaukee, and in this neighborhood in particular. We believe then and we believe today that being part of the community is more than just being here. It means contributing beyond the walls of our campus. The Riverwalk reflects that commitment. It invites people to explore, to enjoy the waterfront of this good land, and to experience everything that makes the Harbor District unique. Along the way, as they come down here, they'll encounter two pieces of Komatsu mining equipment that have become iconic landmarks in the Harbor District. Our 830E mining shovel out front and the 4100 mining shovel and the 830E mining truck. We hope that they spark curiosity, especially for our young people thinking about careers in engineering and manufacturing and mining, and also curiosity in the talented people who build these machines right here in Milwaukee. Today's ribbon cutting marks more than a more important milestone, but it's not the finish line, as everyone's mentioned. It's another step towards a city and a harbor district that's more connected, more welcoming, and a more vibrant place than ever before. Finally, I have the privilege today of speaking to you wearing two hats. As Komatsu's Chief Operating Officer, I'm really proud that our company could be part of making this vision a reality. And as a Harbor District Board's outgoing president, I'm equally proud of what the community has done together. You know, years from now, no one's going to remember who cut the ribbon today. They'll remember the walks that they took here. They'll remember the sunrises that they watched over here. They'll remember the memories that their family made here at the waterfront. And that's the real success that we celebrate today. So it's my pleasure now to introduce Tia Torhorst, the CEO of the Harbor District.
Hello everyone, we're almost done. I know you're probably feeling a little wet on the back. So I am so thrilled to be here today to open this phase one of the Riverwalk. There have been so many people who have cheered us on and worked on this project along the way. Number one is the residents of this neighborhood in 53204. We have some special people here today that I just wanted to recognize. There are neighborhood advisory committee members that came out to join us. We have Sam Wilson, Antonia and Peter Towns, and Travis Hope. They are a small percent, yeah, thank you. They are a small percent of our neighborhood advisory committee who helps provide us the inspiration and the push forward to ensure that this neighborhood really reflects the spirit of the people who live here and live nearby. And we are incredibly grateful to be stewards of this land for them, the future residents of this neighborhood, and all of the people who will come down and visit this space as we move forward. Very soon we will be welcoming approximately 700 new units into the Harbor District in an affordable housing space, and part of that water and land use plan was really to ensure that people who weren't millionaires could afford to live by the water and enjoy resources like this. And this space is an incredible resource for those residents to come down and have connections with the industrial past and present of our future, the nature that we have little pockets of in this space, and each other and the community that we are building together to make this city a better place together. So I am incredibly grateful to be here today, and I am excited to welcome you back for what will be phase 2, hopefully in a year from now, when we can have another one of these and have an even bigger celebration when we have some greater amenities to welcome you all to enjoy. So thank you. I'm going to turn it over now to the mayor again, who's going to gather us.
Thank you so much. I want to thank Tia, the Neighborhood Advisory Council. I want to thank John from Komatsu here. I want to thank Common Council President Jose Perez, Sam Leichling, the Deputy Commissioner over at the Department of City Development, and of course Chief Lipsky for all being here and being partners, all those folks and organizations that I mentioned before. This is going to be a really, really incredible asset in addition to this neighborhood. We're super excited about it. It also will be an amenity that I think will help to attract more people to Milwaukee, and I just want to acknowledge the fact that we have got representatives from Visit Milwaukee who have joined us here, along with from Port Milwaukee as well. So thank you all for joining us. We're going to cut the ribbon now, and then we'll come back and answer any questions if folks have them. So we'll turn your gaze this way. I think we're going right, Madison, and we'll cut the ribbon. All right, everybody come on up and grab this. And everybody take your